If you record your own airsofting gameplay, then you know that you need a good high quality camera, especially for your first person perspective. And for many people, the choice of camera for them has been GoPro. GoPro makes really solid cameras. However, truthfully, their mounting systems aren't the best. Sometimes they can wobble, they can just fall over completely, and then you're looking at your legs while you're running, and you don't capture that really cool kill streak that you were on. So in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about a solution that I have personally found to getting the best GoPro gameplay possible while playing Airsoft, and that is the BrainExploder Customs GoPro mount for hats. We're taking a look at this in today's review. What's up, Airsofters? My name is Lane, and welcome back to the BB Warrior. We're here to help you have a better time both on and off the airsofting field through our educational content, and if you enjoy videos like these, I'd love it if you joined our community by hitting that subscribe button down below, and while you're at it, make sure to hit that bell icon next to it for updates when we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. So when I decided that, hey, I want to make airsoft gameplay again because I've taken kind of a break from it, I knew right off the bat that I'd want a nice, sturdy platform to mount my GoPro on for my first-person perspective. Because, let's be honest, everyone has watched a bad airsoft gameplay video. And most of the time, it can be attributed to a couple of things. You know, just not enough action, which isn't the fault of the camera. But a lot of the times, you know, the camera is a low quality or the angle is bad. And that can just ruin footage. And I can tell you, as a creator, it always ruined my footage when, you know, I'd be wearing my GoPro and like my GoPro or my GoPro harness, and then, you know, I'd be running and it'd be jostling, and then the camera falls down, it's looking at my knees, and then I gotta reset it, and you know, that's interrupting me from playing during the game, and overall not leading to a very good video or a very good time while filming. So the BrainExploder mount for hats is ingenious, in my opinion. I am absolutely a big fan of the BrainExploder's work, both as a content creator and the pieces of equipment that he makes for us as creators. So you may be wondering, well, BB Warrior, you know, how does this mount on a hat? What's up with that kind of angled surface on the back? So when you buy this off of Shapeways, so this is done professionally, 3D printing, you're going to have to buy one more thing. You're going to want to buy some hook Velcro. And the reason why you want that is this will mount onto, you know, tactical hats that have this, that have the loop Velcro on there. So, you know, you go to your local Michaels or Amazon, wherever, get yourself some good Velcro with some sticky backing, and you're just going to want to mount that right on the back here. I have two 1-inch wide strips on here, and that's more than enough to hold it in place. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to mount that up onto the hat, and you're going to want to line it with the center stitch on a hat. You're going to want to line the middle of the mount up with that to make sure that you're not looking off to the side or anything like that. And then you just press it down there to make sure that everything's good. But then it has this hook up here, which is what helps keep it stabilized even further. You're going to want to press that down over the brim of the hat. So now you have two parts that are locking this on there. I kind of put it a little cockeyed on there, but you get the idea. So not only do you have the Velcro, which is holding it in place, which again, this curved surface is nice, so it sits nice and easy on your head and it's not going back and forth as you run, but as well you have this, this strut that comes out and goes onto the brim of the hat, which provides a ton of extra security and makes sure that this thing stays in place. I have never had this thing fall off in the time that I have used it. I mean, it holds on really good. Now, I will say it does add a little bit of weight to the front of your head. However, all GoPros do that. So if you're worried, you could put like a counterweight pouch on the back to hold an external battery, or if you put something over, like over the ear hearing aid protection, like Peltors or the Earmond, whatever those things are called, like over your head hearing protection. That helps really well to make sure that this thing is nice and stable. But at the same time, if you're using things like lower face mask or things like that, that'll help keep the hat really put on your head and make sure that it's not going to be moving around. So you might be asking, well, BB Warrior, how is the angle on this? Am I going to be, you know, looking up at the sky with my footage, looking down at the feet? Well, what gives? And what makes me want to buy this mount versus one of GoPro's official mounts? So this has no adjustment for up and down, as you can see. It's at the perfect angle, whereas if I switch hats real quick, it'll be right where I want it to record my footage. And actually, now that I'm wearing it, you know, it doesn't put too much weight on the front of my head, like I said earlier, but it puts it at that nice angle so it's consistent, so that all of your videos, it's all going to be at that consistent angle. But at the same time, you don't have to worry about anything. Like, this is the GoPro head strap mount. And the issue with this is that you have to find the right angle, which if you have a model of GoPros that don't have the screen on the back, like if you have like a Hero 3, Hero 3 Black or Silver, we just don't have that ability. Or if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you can't see it through the GoPro app, it's just nice to have this to know that, hey, it's in place, it's exactly where I want it to be. And because it doesn't move in either direction, again, you don't have to worry about this screw coming loose and then, you know, your GoPro sitting like that on your head and you're not recording any good footage. So now I guess the biggest question is value versus cost. Is this worth the $50 price tag, which I am very happy to say that it's been the $50 price tag since it first came out. For myself, it's absolutely worth that price point because I am really dedicated to making YouTube videos. As you guys can tell, I've been making YouTube videos for almost 4 years, going 2 times a week, but having this just makes my footage so much more professional looking, I feel. I don't have to worry about the camera going back or forth, and overall, it's worth it to me. I know there's cheaper mounts out there. There is by far cheaper mounts out there. However, I think that if you're really dedicated to getting good, high-quality airsoft gameplay, a mount like this is definitely the way to go. And it's not just for GoPros. I should mention that. So he makes this mount for the GoPro 3 and 4. That's the one that I have right here. For the Session, for the 5 and the 6. He makes it for the Mobius as well as the Run Cam as well. And there may be one other camera that I'm missing, but I believe that's all of them. So no matter what model of GoPro that you have, you know, you can still get a mount for it. As someone who still owns a 4, I'm really happy that they still make stuff for that. And overall, it just fits in perfectly. I know, like on the 4, it has a little cutout down here for the pieces where the nut would go through. So that provides a little bit more protection. I'm pretty sure that's on all the other GoPro models. However, it wouldn't be on like the Run Cam or the Mobius ones, obviously. But I'm a real big fan of this design, and if you're serious about your GoPro gameplay, I would definitely look into the BrainExploder mounts. He makes them, besides just for hats, he makes them for, you know, boonie hats, for, you know, helmets during their NVG slot. So overall, I just think that the BrainExploder creations, all the stuff that he puts out, it's absolutely great. Shapeways does an excellent job of 3D printing this out. It's nice and sturdy. I have no fears about this mount breaking. But overall, guys, my final verdict, this is absolutely worth it. If you want really good airsofting footage, it's definitely worth the $50. It's been worth it for me over the while that I've owned it. But, you know, if you're not very serious or just like to goof around, I understand why you'd pick up a cheaper mount, because this is a little bit pricey for some people, but if you're really dedicated to making good footage, make sure to check this out. But that'll do it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you joined our community by that subscribe button down below and hitting the bell icon next to it for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. And if you record your own footage, I want to know, how do you mount yours to your body, and how many cameras do you like to run? At the moment, I'm only at 2 cameras, just my, you know, this mount, and my scope cam. However, in the future, I plan on upgrading to at least another 3rd camera to look back at me while I play. But make sure to let me know what type of rigs you like to run down in those comments below. But like I said, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure to check me out on social media. Links are down in the description below, as well as where you can check me out on Patreon. Even $1 a month helps fuel the content that I create here and allows me to do this monetarily and financially to keep this going. So thank you all for the support that you've given me over the time that I've been doing this channel. This has been Lane from the BB Warrior talking about the BrainExploder Customs, or Creations, excuse me, GoPro mount for hats, and I'll see you all next time.